Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're live after 5 a.m. and we are here in my first period working on Mario. And today we just discussed a sprint task list. Any questions on a sprint task list? Just make some notes to yourself, jot down a list. You and your team talk. Hey, we need to do this first. This is what we do second. We got to get the timer running. Once the timer is running correctly with the correct animation sequence, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we can put our images in, Mario 0, Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, Mario 4, Mario 5. Then Mario will be in there running. We want to get Mario to move right and move left. When Mario's moving left, we want Mario to face to the left, right? Because if not, he's doing the moonwalk and it doesn't look that good. And this is not the Michael Jackson video, so we don't want Mario moonwalking. Next, we did some simple movement, Mario moving left, right, up, and down. We did a play pause button where we toggled the play pause button. We need to get the ball to move, or the coin to move. We need to get the coin to bounce off edges because it first didn't bounce off the edges, so that wasn't working right. So then we got to get the coin to bounce off the edges. We did that. And then today we're working on collision detection. So now we have the coin bouncing around the screen, and now we want to get Mario to collide with the coin and get points. So anytime you guys want to remember something, you have to have a variable. How many people in here know how to create a variable? Okay, so we're going to put this in here. Okay, I'm going to come down to the bottom here because this is what we're working on. So I'm going to create a variable called, what do you want to call this variable? Coin counter? Okay, coin counter. Coin counter score. Okay, I'll put, because it's score in there, it's coin counter, I'll put all that in there. And I'm going to start it out at 0. Okay, so now I have my coin counter score. Okay. And now this is pretty simple. All you do is you go down to Mario. So let's go to image sprite Mario. And you have when collided with. Everybody see that? Everybody see when collided with? So do you think that's what we need? Yeah. So this is not that difficult. You just say image sprite Mario if collided with, and then you have the other. What is the other sprite? The coin. Okay? Because we only have one coin right now. The other class actually has a coin and Koopa Troopa. Are you with me? So you and I could do an if statement, and different things could happen. I can't talk today. Different things could happen if you run into the coin and if you run into Koopa Troopa. Are you guys with me on that? Does that make sense? So let's say we put, and we could do this tomorrow if we wanted to. Let's say we put Donkey Kong on here. Wasn't Donkey Kong always against Mario in the Donkey Kong game? Right? Isn't that where Mario and Donkey Kong first originated from? Yes, no, maybe? Is that too old for you guys? Okay, so if we had Donkey Kong bouncing around the screen, maybe you don't want to run into Donkey Kong, right? Maybe you lose a live, and we could do that tomorrow. We could have lives set up where you lose a live if you run into Donkey Kong. But if you run into the coin, what do you get? You get points. So who understands this? So we need to do an if statement in here. So let's go to control if. Okay. And then you can get a logic statement here. So a logic equal to's. And we could say if the other coin, if the other sprite is equal to who? And right now this isn't going to make that much sense because we only have one. But tomorrow if we put in Donkey Kong, this will make more sense. Okay? If the other sprite is equal to the image sprite coin, what do you want to happen with your score? What's that? What should happen to our score here? If you can say it, you can code it. If you can't say it, you can't code it. Are you with me? You can't code what your brain doesn't understand. So what should happen to the score? It should go up. So all we do is do some math. Okay. And you're going to get your variable. So you're going to set your coin counter score, do the math on it, and you're going to say coin counter score, go get your variable. Okay, this is going to be my coin counter score again, plus how many points do you want to get? 1. So you just want to get 1? Maybe you want 1,000 points. I would put 1,000 in here. Are you with me? If you don't want 1,000, then if you want 1, you put in 1. Now, once you get the score, what do you have to do with it? Let's go back and look at our designer. Right? The coin should go up. So this is a label right here, right? So now you need to display it in the label. I have so many students, okay? Mr. Richter, my score's not working right. Well, did you display it in the label? Just because you gave them a point here doesn't mean you showed them that you got a point. Are you with me? Has anyone ever played basketball before? Anybody in here play basketball? Okay, JD, you play basketball? Do you know they have a little handwritten book right there, right? And they can give you 2 points or 3 points for your score, but not putting on the scoreboard. Are you with me? And then everybody in the stands yells, hey, scoreboard's wrong, right? So just because they gave you the points doesn't mean they showed you that you got the points. Are you with me? So you have to make sure, and this is a fundamental error people do all the time, is they don't display the points. Well, you got to display it. So how do we do that? LBL coins dot text, and you go get a text box. So we need a join, and we need this quotes in here, and now we can write out exactly what we had earlier. So I had coins colon, I think I had coins colon, is that correct? If you go back to my designer, I had coins colon 0. So you're going to put coins colon space. By the way, here's another tip. Make sure you put a space in here. Okay, you guys see what I'm doing right here? Watch this. COINS colon space. Maybe put 2 in there. Are you with me? Because if not, your numbers are going to be smashed against your writing, and it just doesn't look good. And that's a fundamental error that I see beginning programmers do all the time. They don't put spaces in there, and if you do that, you look very you look like a noob. I don't want you to look like a noob. Okay? So put a space in there. It's hard to see, but make sure you do that. And then right here, you just put in your connect your variable. Coin counter score. Now let's have some fun. Do you guys notice that this would be a great place to put in a sound? That when you collide with the coin, you could get a sound to play, like bling, 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 bling. You guys with me on that? So if you wanted to, this would be a great place to put in a sound. Right now, I don't have a sound. Do we have text-to-speech? Okay, so let's go back to media. Here's a sound. I'm going to throw in a sound. And for right now, I'm going to put in text-to-speech because I can do text-to-speech easier than I can to sound. Are you guys with me on that? Tomorrow, maybe I can show you how to upgrade into a sound. So let's go get text-to-speech. Why is my text-to-speech not going in? Text-to-speech, I'm dropping it. Where is it? Do we? Are we going to say something into this app? Text to speech, I could have text to speech. I could have her say bling every time you hit a coin. Bling. Are you with me? What's that? What does? You can turn the volume down. Sounds, have you ever, there's not a whole lot of video games out there that you play that don't have sound. Are you with me? Sounds are always an output. Anyone know why this is not putting my text to speech in? Who just got a sound there? That was cool. I heard it. Okay. By the way, now we can discuss freesound.org. You guys could go to freesound.org. Now we could also go and start talking about Audacity, where you can record your own sounds. Okay. Audacity is a free software program. You can record sounds. This is a great program because it's free. We can start recording a sound. Bling. Okay, and then you can play it back. Bling. That was really loud in my ears. Okay, not in yours. And then here you could just go, you can just export the sound that you want. Bling. Let me do it again. Okay, so we go to delete. No, I don't want to save it. All right, so that's Audacity. My projects. How can I refresh this? Okay, so I want to put in a text-to-speech. Yeah, I know. That's what I was doing earlier, and it wasn't letting me do that. That's why. Well, what in the world's going on here? See, there it is. All right, it worked that time. I did that 3 times before, and it didn't work. So right now, was that you, Thomas? That was cool. You're having fun. See, you're the one who said it sounded like too much work, and you're over there having fun hitting the bling. Bling. Everybody loves a little bling every now and then, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do down here is when you collide with Mario, or when the Mario collides with the coin, I'm going to go to text-to-speech. She's going to come on and have a message. And when we collide with Mario, I'm just going to have her say bling, bling, bling. Someone is killing my ears. Who is that? Okay, so if you don't like the bling, then tomorrow you get to put in the actual sound. Thomas, can you play it again? You could have that sound. I can show you how to download that tomorrow on freesound.org. What? So you want to do that right now? You don't want this in here? Okay, so let's go do this right now. All right. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to call this sound bling. Okay. Sound bling. Okay. And that's done. And now I'm going to go to freesound.org. What is that? Is it time to leave? 8:07. 8:07. Freesound.org. So you guys can go to freesound.org. Here you go. You guys can log in. You give them your, they've never tried to sell me anything, so you log in with a username and a password. You go here and you just hit like bling. And you go play one of these. Didn't like that at all. Cash flow. This ought to be cool. Can you guys hear any of this? No, you can't. Okay. Coin drop. Okay. Okay, so that was a cool one. So all you have to do is go, if you like it, yeah, you have to create an account. Okay, do it at home. So log in, you have to log in to download. So okay, this is why this is taking me too long. Are you with me? This is why I would probably do this tomorrow. Let's do this tomorrow. Okay, because I got to figure out my username and password. Right now, the easiest and quickest thing I can do is I can have text to speech come on and say bling. Okay, and if it's not perfect, then that's why we have an upgrade day. You can upgrade your bling to an actual sound that you want from freesound.org. So I'm going back to my blocks. If the other coin is equal to the coin, counter is equal to counter plus 1, display the counter, and say bling. Here we go. Let's run this and see what happens. Okay. Log you in, connect your AI companion, scan it in. Once again, another reason why I love game programming is it gets us into the sounds and Audacity. We're here on our, what, second program? Okay. Did you guys hear her say bling? It's actually pretty fun because Mario moves pretty slow. It's actually pretty cool because Mario's moving pretty slow, so it's challenging to go get the coin. I got 4 of them. You got 7 of them? It's actually pretty cool. I like it. Okay, you have to like get the right angles. Is our collision detection working? How do you know it's working? You're getting the coin and you can see the points go up, all right? So what's next on our list? What do we have to do next? By the way, what's wrong with this? Can you guys look up here? What's wrong with this game? I hit play, I hit pause, watch. Should Mario be able to move when I hit pause? No. So you need to come up here because I can move up, down, left, and right. And you almost have to do that if you're going to go and get a coin bouncing around the screen. Okay? So up here in the play pause button, this is the next thing we need to fix. Let's go find play pause. Here it is right here. If you are on pause, we want to disable Mario. Are you guys with me on that? So let's go figure this out. Okay, here I'm playing, right? So you're going to go to Image Sprite Mario. Image Sprite Mario. And there should be a enabled. There you go. Enabled. And have I showed you guys this, that you guys can type on the canvas? Okay. So here's enabled equals true. And then if I turn him off, when I'm on pause, enabled has to go false. Make sure that if you go in, you disable it, you have to enable it again. So if you would forget to go enable true, you're going to turn them off and never be able to play again. So make sure you turn it off, turn it on. All right, next. So that was just a little bug we fixed, right? What do we have to do next? I don't think we have the game timer working, do we? Okay, so let's go to the play pause button. Okay. And the play pause button, do we have game time in here? Do we have a game time variable? My animation time interval, play pause counter, animate counter. Okay, no, we don't. So we need another variable here. Let's call it game time. Game time. And game time is going to be set equal to 60, not 0. Why 60? Okay. So when you hit play, what are you going to do when you hit play? What should happen to the game time? It should start. Okay. So you're going to go into your clock game time dot enabled. Okay. And this is true. And clock game time down here, this is false. Okay. So now you go down to your clock game time timer, and now all we do is we do some subtraction here. So we're going to set our variable set your clock, set your game time, do the math on it, subtract game time minus 1. So now you're going to go get your game time, and you're going to go game time minus 1. Okay. Once again, what if I'm subtracting off of it, what do I have to do? Once again, a common error that I get from beginning programmers. What do I have to do in this block of code here? Yeah. Very good. You have to display it. Because if you don't display it, this is just going to sit here on 60. Are you with me? Okay. So, where's that join we just did? Where's the join we just did? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to duplicate this guy. Okay, go up to my game time. This is going to be LBL time. Right here, this is going to say time, colon, space, and right here, this is going to be game time. Okay. And now let's go ahead and run it. And let's see what's happening. Do you see how we just do one little thing at a time? You go to the next, you get something done, then what's the next need? You figure out the next need and you do that little block of code. Was that a lot of coding? Not really. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to hit reconnect, reset. 5 minutes left. Okay, go into your MIT. Scan it in. And let's see if our game time goes backwards. 60, 59, 58. Lexus, what are you doing? Looks like you're just staring off into space. Are you good? Are you getting this? Okay. Okay, I found an error because before I hit play, I was already on 42 seconds. What does that tell me? That tells me that game time is automatically turned on. So you want to go to screen 1, initialize this block of code right here. When the app pulls up, what should game time be on? Okay. So you need to go to clock game time dot enabled. And when you start this screen, it should be off. So you got to go to logic false here. You're not going to turn it on until you hit play. Okay, so we found that little error and we fixed it. You guys see how we code here. I'll tell you one thing right now I don't like. I don't like that my right thumb, when I hit the right arrow, has anyone hit the right arrow yet and hit the play pause button already? Okay. I don't like the fact that I am hitting the play pause button when I'm hitting the right arrow. Not good. Okay, because I just paused the game and I was trying to hit right. So we need to separate those somehow. I want you guys to think, how can we separate and get rid of this play pause button and put it somewhere else? Well, that's a good thought, but I'll tell you this right now. If you make these arrows bigger, you're going to lose less screen. You're going to lose your screen space. And since you're dealing in a mobile app, your space in a mobile app, because phones are not very big, it's not like you have a 32-inch monitor in front of you. Are you with me? So your mobile app space on a phone is limited. So if you make the buttons bigger, you are going to lose your screen space. So I'm not sure what to do here. Yeah, that's the complex movement we're going to do tomorrow. What's that? You don't want buttons? How are you going to know which direction to go? What? Oh, you're talking about clicking the screen? Well, here's another thing we could do, is that you can always tilt it. You with me? We could play this with tilting, and you can get rid of the buttons altogether. But once again, what's that automatically getting us into? Upgrade phase, right? You guys are automatically, you're doing a great job. You're automatically thinking about upgrades. Those are all upgrades. Everything you're talking about here is an upgrade. I always start out slow, right? Start out small. Get your small victories, right? Get these things to work, and then you go to complex. Are you with me? Never start out going straight into complex, because then you're going to have problems. Start out small like we did. Work your way up and say, oh, yeah, this is what I want to do now. Okay, let's get it to do that. Right now, what I want to do is figure out how we can put a spacer in here. You did? What'd you put in there? Maybe another arrangement? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if I did a horizontal arrangement over here, okay. Can someone please tell me why my mouse is doing this? Look at that. When I drag the button is like an inch away from my guy. I don't understand that. All right, keep calm and code on.